Today's Tuesday, November 17th, 2020, and today I woke up to this email, which was kind of surprising. One of my videos has been removed, Saved by the Whale's Tail, and they're going to claim that it's hate speech, which doesn't make any sense. I don't think that anything in that video could be considered hate speech. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking a lot about how evil undoes itself. They dig pits and fall into their own pits. Something that I say sometimes is that Satan actually brings a lot of people to God. And I think that that's partially true for me. Waking up and realizing, and when I stopped making excuses for everything, it's like, what is the deal with all this evil, with all these people openly worshiping Satan? And in that way, it clicked for me. These people really believe in Satan because it's real and because God is real. That's why people take their Satanism so seriously, and it's because Satan is real, and they know all this stuff is real, and that's why people go so far out of their way to blaspheme God, and that's why there's so many examples of celebrities openly talking about selling their soul to Satan, because it's all real. It's not a joke. And so yeah, that's a big part of what today's video is about. These people, they shoot themselves in the foot. And so my video was removed because Dan did a video on my video, and it's always interesting that they come over and they take my videos, which have zero monetization on them, and they monetize the crap out of their mocking, and it just shows you the kind of people they are. But they shoot themselves in the foot. Look at this. Somebody who I think is just a normal follower of Dan, sooner or later Hans had to run out of conspiracy theories, so now everything is fake. We knew it would come down to this. But what is it with the 33? Seriously. And his original video was removed due to hate speech. I hardly would call his speech hate speech. And they will slowly turn some more people to the truth by making these videos mocking me, because people are going to realize that, why are you so angry at this person just for sharing their opinion? And yeah, it's just a good point. Why would people freak out at what I have to say so badly? And they're going to realize certain things, that I'm not making it up about the 33 thing. And so here's a follower of Dan realizing that 33 really is a big deal. And they're also realizing, wait, why are they removing his video for hate speech? There was nothing hateful there. Here's another comment that I think, so these people, whenever Dan makes a video about me or any other person, Dan is kind of like a whistleblower. Anybody that's subscribed to Dan, they flood over to that person's page and start leaving nasty comments and downvotes and obviously reporting videos. But every once in a while, there's always a handful of people that can get woken up. This person's name is Jake Mason, but there's going to be some reasonable people out there that are just lost still. They're not all satanic deceivers that know that this stuff is fake and are triggered and angry that I'm telling people the truth. There's a few people out there each time who they're getting nudged in the right direction. So I'm just going to read this comment. I've been to the pyramids, the Great Wall of China, the caves of Lascaux, France, and Parthenon. I was crazy about this ancient stuff. One thing they have in common is that they are always under construction. I was disappointed to see scaffolds that were ruining my photos. I can believe they are all real, but I'm just questioning how they survive thousands of years but need to be restored every 10 years from the rain and other damage. Great point by Jake Mason. I think maybe they're just not awake yet. But with the last name like Mason, their family, of course. So I just commented, Lascaux have been closed to the public for a long time now. You're correct, these places are constantly being refurbished, which makes the claim of them surviving so long pretty absurd. Thanks for the comment. And then they talk about dinosaurs. So there are some people out there that they know that certain things are hoaxes and they're skeptical of certain things, but they just need to realize that this conspiracy stuff is real, and there really are people out there that they just make up stuff that's their whole life, making up lies to get people to believe, and that it's the satanic controllers of this place that they get off on that. Proverbs chapter 26 verse 27, whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him. You can see where they get inspiration for things like the guy rolling the rock up the hill every day or whatever. Psalms chapter 7, verse 15. He made a pit and digged it, and has fallen into the ditch which he made. Ecclesiastes chapter 10. This chapter was just very interesting. This whole chapter. Maybe I'll do a video on it. He that diggeth a pit and shall fall into it, and whoso breaketh a hedge, a serpent shall bite him. Psalms chapter 9, verse 15. The heathen are sunk down in the pit that they made. In the net which they hid is their own foot taken. If you've ever watched Pokemon, the original Pokemon, Team Rocket is constantly digging pits to try to catch Pikachu and Ash, and they always fall inside their own pit. It's just showing you this biblical idea that evil undoes itself. Evil will dig pits, and they fall in their own pit all the time. And one big thing about how there's all these people screeching at me, how often have you seen somebody approach a schizo on the side of the street who's spouting out nonsense? How often do you see people approach those people and tell them, you're crazy, you need to take your meds? You never see it. You never see people approach a schizo on the side of the street that's spouting nonsense. I've never seen anybody approach somebody like that and start telling them they're crazy, start telling them they need to take their meds. So it's really interesting that someone like me, if I just make a video telling my opinion, that there's hundreds of people that come and tell me I need to take my meds. It's just really interesting. Do you think those people ever go up to somebody on the street who is spouting nonsense and tell them to take their meds? So why are they telling me to take my meds just because I'm stating my opinion? And the fact that they screech so loud and they're overreacting, it's going to bring normal people to the truth, because they'll say, hey, why are these people freaking out so much? It's just some dude saying a pretty interesting opinion. I think that natural humans have always been kind of interested in, even when I was asleep, I thought it was interesting to hear about conspiracy theories or interesting to hear ideas I've never heard before. So just the fact that people are screeching so loud at somebody for simply sharing their opinion, it's going to bring people to the truth because they're going to see all this commotion. And to bring it back to schizos on the side of the street, everybody ignores them. Do you know what people do to schizos on the side of the street that are spouting nonsense? They walk on past and they pretend they don't see them. So that's clearly not what people do to me. There are so many videos out there. If you just try to search YouTube for Hans Wormhat, it's ridiculous how many people have made videos about me. It's very strange. I just thought this was a pretty good statement, though. What's interesting about him, though, is that he is neither stupid nor crazy. He's a person with an absurdly strong ideological and religious commitment that he is furiously rationalizing. I liked what that guy had to say about me. And all these people that want to bash on me, they're trying to make a buck off of it, too. They'll monetize their videos that are made about me. I never monetize my videos. And they're talking about like, comment, subscribe all the time. You'll see my lovely list of Patreon supporters. They all act the same way. This was the video. Simam Dan did a video on me, and of course, heavily monetized these videos. They take my videos that are not monetized, and then they mock me, and then they monetize it. But I think people are waking up to reaction channels and how low effort being a reaction channel is, and there's becoming, I think, a lot of people that realize that reaction channels are often just the lowest dirt trash. I just think of people like ALR, Amberlynn Reed. It's like people know now that all those reaction channels out there that make videos about ALR, they steal her content, they make videos bashing. People are now realizing that the people making the reaction channels are the worst of the worst. Those people are just usually giant hypocrites, and they're usually just jealous in a way of the person that they're mocking. Here's another person who likes to make videos about me. Subscribe, seriously, it helps out a ton, and YouTube likes to remove subscriptions for no reason. They're crying for more subscriptions, more likes, comments, and subscribes. They need that monetization money. Matthew chapter 16, verse 26. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? John chapter 15, verses 18 through 20. If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. If ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. Remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. So I just think it's pretty telling that there are so many people out there that hate me, that hate what I do. What? Because I share my opinion? There are so many people out there on YouTube that have way more crazy things than what I say. You know, why aren't these people making videos about alien, reptilian, shapeshifter, overlord channels out there? Because they know that that's stupid. So just like a schizo on the side of the street, they just walk by. But they see me speaking truth and they spaz out. It's like, yeah, I just always think of crazy people on the side of the street. How do people react? They ignore it. They don't freak out. The lady doth protest too much, methinks. The fact that these people freak out at me so much is pretty telling. That there's so many different people out there that get upset at what I have to say. And they take the piss too. It's like this person who looks like who looks like an ex-con, which a lot of these shills they are. I mean, they choose an obvious fake gorilla in the thumbnail where they're mocking me for talking about fake gorillas. I mean, anyone can see that that's not a real animal. Same thing with with Cy Mam Dan. Where is it? In the video that Cy Mam Dan chose to mock me talking about fake penguins, they specifically chose a really obvious fake penguin background for their thumbnail because they are mocking people. But for every 100 freaks that come and leave hate on my channel, there's a few people like this. Sorry, there's a helicopter passing overhead. I used to have a business making dolls with voice boxes and could have heartbeats, though I never made one with a heartbeat personally. I've made dolls so real, folks thought that they were real babies, even when they told them that it wasn't. Or, I don't know exactly, but I just liked this comment because it came from a hater, but they'll say something like this that shows, okay, at least part of what I'm saying is not that crazy. Look, they really do have lifelike dolls that fool people and that have heartbeats. Here's another comment just from earlier today. Somebody who came over from Cy Mam Dan, I'm sure. And just a great comment. There's going to be all the screeching and hollering about how I'm so crazy. It's only going to bring more people to the truth. So I love it whenever people make a video like that about my work. I've never really put much thought into this topic because I didn't care, but I did question how they could have built it way back when they claimed it was. It never made sense to me as a kid or adult. Looking at it now, though, with you drawing attention to certain details, really solved all the mystery and contradictions. Yes, I do believe this is all fraudulent. Fake artifacts, too. These people really suck. When your video about how the media fakes everything is removed for violating hate speech policies, ha ha ha, they made me laugh so hard. Yep. So that's it for this video, and God bless everyone.